What's up, everyone? It is Anime Alex back again with another Monster Hunter. Well, I want to say back again because I think this is the first PvP discussion I am ever doing. But nevertheless, we are actually back trying to go over what I believe what should happen in a ranked or competitive scene. Now, this might be a two-parter. I wanted Sky to be here. My friend Azure Sky, as you've seen in my PvP videos, he's always my partner in crime. But today he told me he was busy, so I'm just doing this part with my own thoughts and opinions on how a ranked or competitive playlist should be. I would also love to say, or I would like to say, that thank you everyone for getting me to 130 subscribers. Hopefully we'll still grow, and hopefully we will meet 200 subscribers by the end of September. I should be pumping out some more build videos. I'm just kind of spacing it out and doing more PvP videos until like Soulseer, Elder Frost, and Orochi Kirin come out. I'll make builds on them, and then I have like several backlog builds. I might actually throw out the Mizutsune build video tomorrow, but we'll see about that. But let's get into the meat and potatoes of our lovely conversation. So I personally would like to say that my opinions of the PvP scene in Monster Hunter, it's good. Like in Monster Hunter Stories 2, it's good. It's far from perfect. Now, there's some things that I would like Capcom to do, but I doubt they're ever going to nerf select skills. I doubt they're going to try to update stuff towards the PvP side of things, which is quite sad, but I know their main focus is a co-op, just really relaxed and fun portion of the game. But I do feel like Capcom, or the team that makes Monster Hunter Stories 2, should focus on trying to do stuff for PvP so this game can, you know, at least also, let's see who followed. Thank you, Judge Judy Slayer, for the follow. But anyways, all of this video is going up on YouTube, so if you're coming to follow, just chill and welcome to my spiel. But anyways, I do feel like the competitive scene, with how little it is, I feel like it has potential and it can grow. There are some things that need to be ironed out. I will get into those in a second, and all this is from the top of my head, so I'm just going to be rambling for a second. But I would like to say that currently PvP is fun. Monster Hunter Stories 2 has outsold and done really good. Outsold Monster Hunter Stories 1, of course, and has done like good numbers. Over 1 million copies of being sold. Now, with all that being said, we are kind of facing similar problems in PvP. And I know Capcom, like I said before, Capcom's main goal isn't really to push PvP aspect, even though I feel like after when we get all these new monsties in the game and they'll stop updating it, I feel like if this game could get some competitive support, or Capcom just decides, hey, we're going to try to push competitive towards just push competitive more so, just so we can get more longevity out the game, because I feel like that's what should happen. So we can get more longevity out the game without them feeling pressured to always just release monsties ever so often and new events ever so often, because let's be face it, sooner or later the well is going to dry up and we're not going to get any more monsties, or they're going to run out of ideas, etc., etc., even though there are several monsties that could come in the game, but that's a topic for another time. I personally feel as if we in the competitive community need to try and get Capcom to make a ranked playlist. But in order for a ranked playlist or a competitive scene to flourish and be a healthy metagame, I have been in talks. I have literally just simply talked with talked with Paradise, but I have commented under Paradise Central's videos and 269's videos, and I would like to say that I was in a conversation with a person in a chat. I was in a conversation with a viewer in the chat who also subs to me. His name is Osbar. Shouts out to you. But I feel as if when we were having our conversation and we were just kind of back and forth, at first I was all for the banning of all Elder Dragons, mainly due to how they completely counter half of the kit of the strategist set. And before you guys call me out saying, oh, you're just saying that because you like using the strategist set, I personally believe all the hunter sets are balanced. They fit in their own niches, and the biggest counter to the strategist set is just building genes to counter it. And that is a good thing and a bad thing, kind of. Like, obviously you lose out on bingos, so you lose out on power and whatnot, just to have some comfortability in countering status control. But, and that's the trade-off. But the more I talk to Osfar, we came up to the conclusion that there needs to be an Elder Dragons to counter traps. Otherwise, Gunlance could just tech seal, speed skill, just seal your attack options and force you into a 50-50 mix up with traps, and that's kind of unfair. So I feel like competitive should only limit one Elder Dragon. The reason why I say limit one Elder Dragon is because the trap passive, they are unable to get trapped, and that is very big, and they already have very, very high, and I mean high stats. So I feel as if that is going to have to be looked at. But having one Elder Dragon shouldn't be too bad. Like, having an Elder Dragon shouldn't be too bad. Just one is not the end all be all, but I feel as if there needs to be something, or like a rule setting about elders. Deviants, I don't think deviants need to be all too much looked at, even though they do have some of the best stats in the games. And if you're not using an Elder Dragons, then you should, everyone's just going to use deviants. But hey, it is what it is on that. But not to say other monsties outside of deviants and Elder Dragons aren't good, but that's just how it's going to be. But my biggest issue of competitive right now is in 1v1s, critical hits are way too strong. No one likes losing the game off of 3 back-to-back crits from a high crit chancing monster, mainly Kirin. And the reason why I say Kirin is the main offender is due to the facts that Kirin is an Elder Dragon. You cannot be trapped. Kieran has one of the highest crit chances in the game, and Kieran has very, very high thunder, coming in at like 9 out of 10 thunder attack. So coop all that together, and with his amazing speed, you could just keep on outspeeding and just critting monsties just back to back. And you actually don't even attack monsties, you just attack the rider, and you can always just mix them up with any physical attacking a physical attacking attack, so you can get a crit. And it's not fun. It's not fun losing the game because some guy got 3 lucky back-to-back crits and you couldn't do anything about it because it just one-shotted you. I feel as if critical damage in 1v1s should be lowered. And that's kind of my big problem with 1v1s. Is just the amount of crits and how fast the game could go just because of RNG. Other than that, I would say in 2v2s, the place where I specialize in, 2v2s are plagued with one big thing. Yes, crits are pretty terrible in 2v2, and you can be at a distinctly disadvantage just because of some lucky crits, but at least you have the other person to try to apply some counter pressure. But the big problem in 2v2s is Sonic Strike. Now, I don't expect Capcom to nerf genes so and so. Like back in Monster Hunter Stories 1, Monsties had special genes or unique genes that they couldn't trade, and they could only receive certain genes, making like at least somewhat of a moveset similar to Pokemon. So it's not basically everyone can get anything that they want, and not all monsties are so unpredictable all the time. And it also helps the viability of some monsties, since some monsties can get genes and others can't. But since everyone could get basically everything aside from Solar Cry, because that's a Ratha only move, it's pretty crazy to see that so many monsties run Sonic Strike. And Sonic Strike, it just needs to be flat out banned in 2v2s, and I have a reason for it. Sonic Strikes needs to be banned for these reasons. Sonic Strike is a free heart. When you get double attacked, like in a 2v2 scenario, if you get attacked, right, and you are low enough health, you can predict a Sonic Strike, but you're not going to predict who is going to do the Sonic Strike. So you have a 50-50% chance of who is going to Sonic Strike you. Out of that 50-50% chance, you now have a 33-33-33 chance, or a 25-25-25-25 chance, because there is a Sonic Strike that, or a head start that is non-attackable. But if we're just going to basically think of the main three, like power, speed, tech, you're going to have a 33-33-33 chance of getting it right. If you do not get it right out of either side is going to use it, and then out of that, which like attack option is going to come your way, you're losing your heart. And even if you do magically like get the prediction correct, then you just get double attacked and you just lose your heart. So it's really a lose-lose scenario with Sonic Strikes. They apply way too much pressure, and even when you're at half, if like both you and your teammate have at least one Sonic Striking monster, you could just Sonic Strike the person at half of the health and just kill them from half. It's really unfair. Me personally, I feel like Sonic Strike should be nerfed to where there's a 50% chance or a 30% chance activation rate, so it's not always going all the time. And in order for you to get that priority, you have to get lucky. Also, Sonic Strikes go first before Sleep Knives. They go first before traps. So the only way you can actually counter... Also, Sonic Strike goes before kinship attacks and healing. So the only way you could actually counter a Sonic Strike is literally by trying to head-to-head him. But the only way you'll know that you can safely head-to-head a person with a Sonic Strike is if you already saw them use Sonic Strike beforehand. The only thing that can really counter a Sonic Strike is if they're trying to Sonic Strike one of your monsties, because you can always just trade them out. But when it's you, the hunter, literally low, that's a free death. Like, that's a free heart. And it's really unfair. It applies so much pressure in 2v2s, and I have literally lost games because a guy would literally carry around 3 monsties, each with basically the different Sonic Strikes. He had 3 Sonic Strikes on his team. 1 tech, power, and speed. You could not predict that. You'll see 1 Sonic Strike, and then you'll want to go tech, and then he'll take out the monstie with the power, and then basically condition you to basically either or. Like, you're basically stuck in an either or scenario. And due to us lacking a team preview mechanic like in Pokemon, so you don't know who has what monsties until it's too late, and a person can easily just swap in and attack that same turn, unlike Pokemon, you are basically just at such a disadvantage. I don't foresee Capcom nerfing the move or doing anything with the gene or doing anything like that. So the best thing that we can hope for is just banning the gene altogether in a 2v2 setting. It's way too busted. You literally can win so many games if you and your buddy at least can coordinate your Sonic Strikes and have one like just different ones. You'll basically win 90% of your games. Like, there's almost no game you'll ever lose, just because you can just easy target the hunters and just basically confirm hearts like no other, since nothing goes first before Sonic Strikes. And with all that being said, that is basically my few points. I would say I will come with a second part to this with Sky, him telling his side, and us just getting a discussion, a back and forth discussion. If you do like the video, please like, comment, subscribe, share the video, and hopefully we can bring the competitive community to the forefront and show Capcom that we're here and we want this to grow into a healthy metagame. With all that being said, check me out on twitch.tv/animealx, and everything will be in the description below. Peace out, all my fellow weebs and weebettes.